that's just the beginning. After I upgraded that Kinecelerin drive unit, I got more than 50% increase in power. Yep, I bet this baby could give any car on the road a run for its money.
And yet it can't get us to the amusement pier before I'm bored to tears.
I don't remember inviting you along. If you don't like the company, you can always just slap that watch of yours and fly, or ooze, or whatever, wherever you want. I'm not stopping you.
It's kind of funny. Younger people may not realize this, but sometimes there's a bit of crossover between what's cool with them and what's cool with the older crowd who's still into animation, games, and comic books. Take, for example, Naruto. I've seen the headbands on children probably not even into their teens yet, while at the same time, I know quite a few people in their 20s who either currently watch or have seen quite a bit of it. Even for the non-anime stuff, shows like Batman and even Teen Titans had their share of older fans as well. And then there's Ben 10. Amusingly enough, I don't even know a single person who has any damn clue what Ben 10 actually is, which includes me as well. So why am I reviewing this game? Well, I was reading a magazine that was talking about high-selling games that normal people who follow the gaming industry aren't really aware of. The games that rival the Halos and Maddens and Grand Theft Autos in sales that are, well, definitely not those games. I'm talking even beyond the Wii Sports phenomenon too, even though I'm still amazed that anyone ever gave more than a monkey's middle nut about carnival games. Apparently, the first Ben 10 game, Protector of Earth, was a top seller that exceeded just about everyone's expectations. As the enthusiast and curious asshole that I am, I just had to know what was up. While this is actually the sequel I'm reviewing, from what I've heard, they're practically the same game anyway. So here is my reaction 10 minutes in. What an inoffensive beat-em-up. I guess it's kind of cool. I liked beat-em-ups when I was a kid, and if I were into this show, I suppose I'd tolerate it too. Hopefully I'd be playing with a friend. And now, here's my reaction 2 hours in. What in the crumbling dill pickle is wrong with kids these days? And why in the cockdouche am I still playing this Hellion Spawn? Let me state this simply. Video game rentals. Appreciate them, use them, and enjoy them. That's what I did. I'm not completely innocent. I gave those crappy 8-bit and 16-bit Spider-Man and X-Men and Batman games a try way back when as well. They sucked ass, my parents were out 4 underappreciated bucks, and that was that. We all moved on with our lives. Trying to call this game a fun beat-em-up with your friends is no viable excuse. I think I played that second level fighting the same useless fuckwit enemies, using the same watered-down, uninspired shit-tastic combos for almost 2 hours. 2 unholy succubus fisting hours. This shit is like the data design version of Ninja Gaiden. There is absolutely no skill involved, and it is boring as hell. The game makes a few attempts at switching up the gameplay with a few selectable characters that you can jump between, but it doesn't even come close to being any sort of redemption. Ben 10 Alien Force got me thinking. What was really the difference between this and the old arcade greats like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Simpsons, Streets of Rage, or Final Fight? What is it that made those games superior? I've pretty much come up with a list. Great art for the characters, memorable music that I can still hum and recognize today, a wide variety of enemies that aren't too overly spammed, levels that can be completed within the extent of my attention span, kick-ass bosses, and all in all, just a great atmosphere providing an entertaining experience. I can kind of understand this game. It's like a poor man's Lego Star Wars. It's so forgiving that you can't actually lose. The cutscenes and storyline are at least on par with the standard American cartoon. You can still play with a friend and yell at the screen together. It's so dull that it's inoffensive to a younger person with no taste. Yeah, that's about it. I could easily be apologetic, not risk offending my audience, and just claim that this game is good for a younger crowd, but really, no. Ben 10 is like a whore's stanky ass. Useless, smelly, possibly contaminated, and no good. I mean no disrespect to the show or the characters or the storyline, as I've never seen it nor do I plan to, but as far as this video game goes, it's really bad. There's really nothing to it, and it's miles away from being any sort of hidden gem. I give Ben 10 Alien Force for the Nintendo Wii a 2 out of 10.